Hey everyone, welcome to part 6 of how to be color neutral on 4x4 Uw. Now this is the last center we'll be doing, not the last video, but the last center we'll be doing is the yellow center, the final one. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably know how to do this one, but for the sake of completion, I will do it anyways, just like I did with white. I will do that also. So I'll start with the yellow center with this cube, and the scrambles will be in the description, and you can follow along from there. So how I do this yellow center is kind of simple. For me, I would do a Uw2, move this here, make a block, create the yellow center. Now I would have these whites, and now you got your first two centers. So the tricky part about this is, now when we used to do white first and then yellow, we would go with blue, red. Now it's a bit harder, or not harder, it's just a bit more tricky and a little bit weird to memorize, for me at least, that now you have to do blue, orange. It's just opposite. It trips me up sometimes when I do centers. So now you just solve edges kind of like normal, except you have green. So now I have a green one. I found a green one, and now I'm going to do red. And then I know blue's here, so I put the red one here. Now the final one, which is the blue one. So now I know that blue, it'll be blue, orange. So I know that red would be here and green would be here. So I remember as blue, orange. So blue, opposite blue is green, orange, red. So now I would solve the centers. So now I would move these two here. Oops. Solve it. These two. Now I have this L. Kind of convenient for making my centers easier. So now I have the last two. Very simple. Okay, so now I'll just solve the last edge. Very simple. Okay, oops. Oh, I made that mistake again. Okay, so what I have problem with, so the edges are right, but not my centers. As you can see, I did mess up on this one. So when I do centers, I subconsciously always do blue, red when I see white center. It's just a habit that I get into, and I can't really, it's hard for me to get rid of. So there we go. That's right. So it's supposed to be blue, orange, not blue, red. So I didn't supposed to have the red here. I was supposed to have the orange. It's just something I have to get used to now. I do sometimes do yellow, but the problem with yellow is I accidentally put red instead of orange. So I just have to remember that every time. But it's not that hard. So the combination for this one is blue, orange. That's what I'll be talking about the whole time pretty much. So now we'll be doing this scramble. And now I'm going to look around. So I'm going to do yellow. Insert this here. Do a Uw2. Move this L face down. Center solved. Now we have white to do. Whites. Okay, so now we're going to do white edges. So now we're going to find some white edges. I have red already completely done here. That's nice. Now we're going to do green. So now green would be here. And the reason why is blue would usually be here, but since we're doing a white face, green would be in place of that. So it would be green. So now I'm going to do the last one, which is blue, and insert that. So now it would be blue, red, green. So the orange would be here, feels completely solved, and opposite orange is red, and opposite blue is green, so we are right. So I'm going to try not to mess up this time with the centers. So I'm going to do blue. I'm going to do orange, not red. Blue, orange. And now last two. Then we'll do it the last center, or the last edge. And now we're done with that. So that one was pretty easy. It's pretty much the same now, just blue, orange. But I'm just going to keep going through if there's anything special cases that I could show you guys. This one's really easy for yellow. Just, okay. That's it. And then white. So now what you want to do is edge pairing, obviously. So I have blue. Now I want to do orange. And now I'll just do red. So you can see it's blue, orange, red. Opposite, blue, green goes here. So it's always, so now we would do the centers, which would be blue center, and then do a orange center. See, I almost did red right there. So now find the other one right here. Now you have these two. Now we're done. Alright, so now we're going to do the last two. These two right here. Do the edge, the last edge. And now we're done with that. So now let's do the final scramble I have right here. So let me look around. Alright, so these two. Alright, so now we have white here. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing. Blue, orange. I just keep repeating it so it gets in your guys' head. So now I see these two whites, the two edge whites, and white, red. So I'm just connect them together and put them here. Two oranges. So now I know blue will go here, or blue will either go here or green will go here. So I just have to find which one. I don't know which one's going to be. Okay, blue. Blue seems easiest, so I'll put blue here. Now remember it's blue, orange, blue, orange. So now I know I got it right. So blue right here, blue there, connect them. Orange, last center, last edge. So yeah, and that's the last scramble. So yeah, guys, that is it for the centers of how to be color neutral on 4x4 Yao. I've gone over all 6 centers. This should help and have a greater understanding in how to be color neutral on 4x4 Yao. So now I do have a 7th part, and that will come out a little bit later because it involves a little bit more in depth on how to be fully color neutral. So I will explain that actually right now. So what we've been doing is doing color neutral, being color neutral on starting the centers, on which center to start with. We are now doing, I'm going, on the 7th part, I will be going into how to be color neutral fully. Now what I mean by that is, we usually only do, let's say, I'll use this way long for an example. If I did white and yellow, I would only do blue center, and then red, and then, you know, these will solve itself, because it's self-explanatory that white's opposite of orange. So we've been only doing blue. So now, because it's easier to explain and it's easier to get to that knowledge first, and then we can move on from there. So the hard part is now, so now this is the harder part is, to now we can, the goal of the 7th part is to teach you how to do any of these centers, not just blue. You can do red first, and then green, and then orange, blue, or then green, orange, blue. And then if I did green, you would go with blue, and then have your owl edges done. Instead of doing now just white, red, like we usually do, you could do yellow, orange, or red, yellow. And this is a little bit difficult even for me. I have done this on a few solves, but not totally incorporated in my solves. So instead of just being restricted to blue, you can be, or being restricted to blue, blue or white, you can now not be restricted at all. That's the point of the 7th part. So I didn't miscount how many sides they were on a cube. So yeah, I'll explain that a little bit later in the upcoming video. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Please subscribe for some more of these videos I'm coming out with lately, and I hope you guys all have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye.